Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Tech Talks Daily podcast, where every day we uncover the latest and greatest innovations transforming industries across the globe. I'm your host, Neil C. Hughes, and today, together, we're about to embark on an insightful journey into the realm of AI-powered analytics and business intelligence. And joining us from the cutting-edge company ThoughtSpot is Sumeet, and I invited him on the podcast to join us today after learning how ThoughtSpot hit the headlines by not only announcing a host of product updates, new platform capabilities, but also with their exciting acquisition of Mode Analytics for a cool $200 million. The aim? To empower data teams to redefine business intelligence with trusted generative AI. And that is such a powerful statement, isn't it? Redefining business intelligence with trusted generative AI, because I know there are a lot of question marks around that. So I invited him on the podcast today to learn more about the announcements, the integration with common workplace productivity tools, and the intriguing mobile analytic experience, Monitor for Mobile. We've got a lot to talk about, and I don't want to reveal any spoilers too early in the show, so buckle up and hold on tight as I beam your ears all the way to San Francisco, where we will explore the intersection of AI and data analytics with Sumeet, who's going to talk about all this and much more. But enough from me. Let's get him on the show now. So, a massive warm welcome to the show. Can you tell everyone listening a little about who you are and what you do?
Neil, it's great to be here and excited to chat with you today. I am Sumeet Arora, and I am the Chief Development Officer here at ThoughtSpot. A little bit about ThoughtSpot and then a little bit about myself. ThoughtSpot, we are a data analytics company, and our mission is to make insights available to every knowledge worker, make analytics so easy that every knowledge worker is able to make decisions with facts and insights. So we are we are on that mission. And we are the experience layer on the modern data stack. So think of us as helping people get the most value out of their data in warehouses like Snowflake, Databricks, Google BigQuery, and others. A little bit about myself. I joined ThoughtSpot a little over 3 years ago. And in my role as Chief Development Officer, I lead product, engineering, design, and InfoSec for the company. Before joining ThoughtSpot, I was at Cisco, the networking company, and that was a full career, growing from joining as an engineer to leading a multi-billion-dollar business as a SVP and general manager. But essentially, the common theme across throughout my career has been about building great teams, building great products, and also building great businesses. So that's a little bit about myself, Neil.
Wow, it's an incredible journey you've been on there. And I love how it's the people side of things and the building side of things, not just the technology that you're so passionate about. And of course, ThoughtSpot Sage combines foundational language models with patented search technology. But I am conscious there'll be a lot of people listening that might be just hearing about you for the first time, not sure what kind of problems you solve, etc. So can you elaborate more on the integration and how you're helping enhance the user experience?
Absolutely. So the founding thesis of ThoughtSpot has been that, hey, if we have to make data analytics easy for everyone, and make insights available to everyone, then technology must match human behavior. And from the very get-go, ThoughtSpot believed that the right way to do analysis for any person, the normal way, is to ask questions, get answers. When you look at the answer, you ask the next question and the next question until you get to an insight or something that helps you make a decision or take an action. So to do that, ThoughtSpot developed a patented relational search technology. So you could ask these questions in a manner that gave you accurate answers and allowed you to do some match between the language of business and the language of data. Now, that has been the approach so far, but in the last 7-8 months, with the availability of public foundational language models, that has been a huge tailwind for us. It's just helped us achieve almost like the last mile that was missing, Neil. And what that is essentially being able to leverage the GPT and understand the intent behind a pure natural language question. So earlier with ThoughtSpot's patented search, you had to do a little bit of learning curve. We had almost like a data taxonomy, data plus business taxonomy. So we can now use GPT to convert a pure, unnuanced natural language question into a data question, and then leverage ThoughtSpot's work over the last decade to give a very accurate human verifiable answer. And that is important, the last piece, because, with generative AI, there has been a lot, or with AI in general, there is a lot of concerns around inaccuracies and other things. So the ThoughtSpot's approach to Gen AI and to AI is around 4 C's for our customers. First is choice. You can choose the models, and we reflect that in our implementation, both machine learning and language models. Second is customization, which is essentially the ability to marry business language to data taxonomy based on a domain like life sciences, or a company, specific companies and the language they use, or a function like HR or supply chain. So there are business language or business lingo that is used in these domains or companies or functions, and we can customize AI to learn that. And the third C is around control, which is giving full control to analysts and humans so that they can make sure that the AI is verifiable, is explainable, and we can train it. And last but not least is clarity, which is the fourth C, that any result, analytics result that we show is something that has transparency to it and can be verified easily. So a lot of exciting work that our customers are really finding it very useful, because we've kind of removed the last hurdle, Neil, which is you had to learn a little bit to use analytics tools like ThoughtSpot, just a little bit, and that last learning curve is also gone because it's pure natural language.
And integrating common workplace productivity tools like Excel and Google Workspace, it seems to be a significant leap towards bringing analytics to where people are already working. And for me, that feels like an incredibly refreshing approach. But I'm curious, how have users responded to these integrations, and what has been the impact on their workflow as a result?
Our customers and our users specifically are quite, I see a glow in their eyes when they see us talk about what we call as making BI, business intelligence, invisible. What does that mean? So the traditional way for all business intelligence apps is that you log into the application to get your dashboard or your insights, which basically means that you're telling a knowledge worker, hey, leave your normal workflow, go to this other application, and that's where you will get some data-driven insights, and then you can use that in your workflows. ThoughtSpot wants to make business intelligence invisible. What does that mean? It means that analytics will be available in the workflows where people are spending their time. If people are spending their time on Excel or on Google Sheets or in Slack or on Microsoft Teams, the insights will be available right there. Or any other, by the way, it could be any other application or any other workflow. Insights, the most important thing is insights from data should be available for people where they are, and it should be relevant and actionable. And that's what ThoughtSpot is doing. So We only last week, actually, we made a big announcement about our use of our integration with Google's Cloud AI. And we have launched a number of, I would say, capabilities with Sheets and Excel in mind. So today, if you are a Google Sheets user, you can get ThoughtSpot for Sheets without logging into ThoughtSpot, without having an account in ThoughtSpot, and get all the power of ThoughtSpot's natural language search, our ability to explain, when you ask a question, you get an insight, our ability to use AI to explain those right there in the Google Sheets environment. The same thing with Slack. If you are in ThoughtSpot, you can send or you can share all your insights and observations from data on Slack. But soon you can be in Slack and just ask your natural language data questions right there and get the answers in that environment itself. And we are extending this to Microsoft environment as well with Excel. And there is a lightweight version of ThoughtSpot that is essentially available in the Excel environment as well. And last, I'll close this answer with one more comment, Neil, because we're just innovating at such a rapid pace. There is so much to talk about, but there is one more thing. The big problem that people have faced with data in Excel sheets and Google Sheets has been the sprawl. People have hundreds of versions of Excel floating around, and you lose data governance. And the other thing that ThoughtSpot supports is what we call as connected sheets. So essentially the ability to have data in your warehouse, models in your ThoughtSpot, the semantic model in ThoughtSpot, and then have a sheet that works on top of this so that it is always governed. And that's probably the last but most beautiful piece that resonates with our users.
And before you came on the podcast today, I was also reading about the addition of this new Liveboard collaboration feature. So can you expand on this and how that might be helping ThoughtSpot change the landscape of real-time collaborative decision-making using data? Because I think it's such a big topic now, isn't it?
Absolutely, Neil. Neil, again, the most important thing is the value people are getting out of their data. Value comes from insights, but for the insights to be really valuable, they must result in decisions and actions. And that is important. And you probably may or may not have heard, but I'll share with you. ThoughtSpot has a campaign called Dashboards Are Dead. In fact, there is a big billboard now on, next to San Francisco Airport that, we talk about this. Now, look, dashboards are an organizational need. We are not contesting that. But the way dashboards have been done in the business intelligence space is dead, because they are dead boards. Essentially, it's kind of, in many tools, it's like a project to build a dashboard. And then many of them don't get used enough. And if they do get used, they are static. They don't answer the next question, the next question, the next question. So ThoughtSpot Liveboards are essentially not static. You can drill and drill and drill and really satisfy your curiosity. But this collaboration feature that you mentioned is special because when you are looking at insights, you are having discussions as a user, as a business person. You're having discussions. Okay, this is what the data is telling me, and you have this collaborative discussion with other stakeholders, and then you make decisions. All that was happening in other places. People would email the Liveboard to somebody else and do an email conversation, or do it over Slack, or do it in a PowerPoint. And so the data was telling you something, but the discussion was somewhere else, and they were not in the same place. By enabling this collaboration inside the Liveboard, we allow people to have the conversation on what the data is telling you right there, and it's recorded right there. So the data is telling you something, the discussion happens, the decision gets made, the decision is recorded. It's all in one place. And our customers and users are really, really excited for this one. There is a lot more happening with ThoughtSpot Liveboards in terms of storytelling, in terms of AI insights, in terms of cross-filtering, and also a great thing for BI analysts is the ability to do verified liveboards, which essentially means that certain liveboards that are important for the operations of the company, they are reporting entities for the company. You can go through a full GitHub-backed verification process, and you can certify and mark those liveboards as verified. So this is a beautiful thing. So it's again marrying the full power of data democratization with solid governance, Neil.
And you did mention a few moments ago, ThoughtSpot Sage is recently launched on Google Cloud platform too. And for anyone that might be interested in exploring this or finding out more information, can you expand on some of the benefits of that move and how it expands the accessibility and maybe scalability of your platform too?
Absolutely. ThoughtSpot is quite excited about the work we are doing together with Google. I also want to say that culturally, it's just exciting to see, how the two companies work together. The culture at Google is something we really, really admire as well. We made some major announcements in March and again last week. What is in this for the customers? First, by launching the ThoughtSpot SaaS on Google Cloud, we have given choice to our customers. They can choose the cloud platform where they would like ThoughtSpot to be provisioned for them, ThoughtSpot SaaS to be provisioned. So that's basics. What that also enables is for people to buy ThoughtSpot through Google Marketplace and retire their spend commitments using that. So that's a pretty important thing for many of our customers. We also announced an integration with the Looker modeler, again reflecting both our open approach to industry collaboration, as well as leveraging Looker's modeling capabilities. Our customers who have invested in Looker but also want to get the natural language search capabilities of ThoughtSpot can get the benefits of both these capabilities together, and that's a big deal for a large section of our customers. The fact that these two platforms have come together and can bring complementary strengths and also preserve the work that has been done in one, bringing a productivity gain for the data team. So we're quite excited about this. There is more happening. Last week, we spoke about how we are working with Google Cloud's AI infrastructure to deliver some amazing capabilities on ThoughtSpot. So really excited for our customers there.
There seems to be so much going on here. Obviously, we've also got the new database connectors and the data modeling studio. So how do they help better streamline data management and analytics for businesses, just for any business leaders that are deep in this space that would like to know more?
Yeah, Neil, you made a good point there. ThoughtSpot, the innovation engine is on fire. Yep. We are absolutely, really, really focused on customers' needs and delivering on that. Yes, we are expanding the slate of connectors in terms of the data systems we support. But the point I would like to double click here is on the data modeling studio. That really reflects ThoughtSpot's commitment to an open platform, which essentially means that as you build data models for analytics purposes, first, we believe that analysts have a very, very important role, almost like a 10x multiplier role in the organization when it comes to data modeling. Because data modeling is the place where business taxonomy is matched. It kind of becomes the seed to match business taxonomy to data taxonomy. It's like the governance layer, but also the helper layer for all the knowledge workers. And doing data modeling well is important. And ThoughtSpot's data modeling studio helps analysts achieve exactly that. And the good news is they can do it in their own way. They can use Looker Modeler. We just talked about that. They can use dbt. They can use ThoughtSpot modeling language. They can use ThoughtSpot UI. With our acquisition of Mode, they will be able to build Mode data sets that will become data models in ThoughtSpot. So there is absolutely an open approach, model in the way you want to model. And then we help you with AI powered techniques. We help you make sure that the business taxonomy and the data taxonomy come together. So we're quite excited for this data modeling studio, and we believe that this is going to really enhance the power of the analysts in the organization.
And before you came on the podcast today and I hopped on the call to talk with you, I was reading about the embedded Liveboard features that promise to deliver interactive data experiences. A great line that is. But can you possibly bring that to life with a couple of examples of these experiences and indeed their implications for data interpretation?
Absolutely. So we enable embedding of any ThoughtSpot capability, Liveboard, Answer, or KPI, or even the search through what is called ThoughtSpot Everywhere. And what this does is brings a few things for our customers who are building applications. They make the end applications where analytics is embedded, ThoughtSpot Analytics is embedded. They reduce the time to market first, because you can get that very fast. Second, it helps the companies, our customers, to really monetize their data. And third, ThoughtSpot Analytics, because of its AI-powered nature and search-based and drill anywhere nature, really engages users. And we have a number of very successful examples. Becton Dickinson and Company, BD, their health site team uses ThoughtSpot Everywhere, and that has made it possible for huge amounts of data to be accessible, actually, and not just accessible, useful and meaningful for health system customers. And that basically means that there is better patient care and safety. Similarly, we have Abrigo, who recently launched enhancements to their Abrigo Connect platform, which features a user interface that is powered by ThoughtSpot Everywhere. And what that means is that you can have AI and natural language search capabilities, so bankers can find their data using the words, the business language they speak. And again, this improves their speed, their efficiency, and quality of results. So our customers are really excited about ThoughtSpot Everywhere.
Of course, we are living in a mobile work now. There's an expectation to work from anywhere, any device, any location, and on any network. And ThoughtSpot's monitor for mobile analytic experience also on a mission there to make data analytics more immediate, more accessible. So how does this feature work, and what impact do you foresee it having on how businesses interact with their data?
Neil, I love the ThoughtSpot mobile app. Yeah. It is like a great thing for business users. I have been, we all have metrics to worry about. Anyone in any organization has some key performance indicator that they worry about. And what we have done through the mobile app is made sure that you can be on top of your KPIs on the go at any time. And we will notify you if, let's say, you are measuring readership and your readership shows an upsurge, or you're measuring listeners, and there is great degree of increase in listeners, we will notify you. Hey, we saw something that is better than normal, right? Or other way around too. And it'll also explain to you using AI what caused that, the number of listeners to go up big time. Where did it come from? Who are these people? So being able to provide a very, very easy way for people to track their KPIs, be on top of them, get AI insights on changes, get alerted, even track to their goals is what ThoughtSpot's monitor for mobile does. We're quite excited about this one. And in fact, we have companies that have bet on ThoughtSpot just for this capability.
And something else when I was Googling you guys was the acquisition of Mode Analytics, which I came across, and how ThoughtSpot is moving further into the field of generative AI. I know it's all anyone's talking about at the moment, and we can't have a podcast episode without bringing Gen AI up, but Can you talk about how this acquisition has maybe influenced your recent product updates and equally your vision for the future of ThoughtSpot too?
Absolutely. So Mode and ThoughtSpot coming together is an exciting development for the analytics industry. What has happened over the last many years is, with the cloud warehouses, the silos in data got busted. Data came together in the cloud. Cloud has immense scale, and it allowed data from all functions, the entire value chain, to come together. But the same busting of silos never happened in the analytics space. Analytics is essentially a bunch of products that each do a different job for a specific persona. Some of them essentially use it for a spreadsheet interface. Some of them use it for dashboards. Some of them use analytics for monitoring. Some of them use analytics for embedding. And these are different point products. With ThoughtSpot and Mode, we have the opportunity to really provide a platform that is serving one business with one data, but many different surfaces. So, and what that means is that the productivity and the value benefits flow across different use cases or different ways of consuming insights. And that's kind of the first power, and that will absolutely drive our product updates. The second piece I will add there, Neil, is that ThoughtSpot plus Mode brings data teams, analysts, and business users together on a single platform, enabling collaborative workflows. So if I go back to the mission of ThoughtSpot, which is to make sure insights are available to every knowledge worker, data teams and BI analysts have the same mission. So we are now able to bring all collaborators, the business users, the data teams, and the analysts on a single platform and enable collaborative workflows for them. And last but not least, we have a very, I would say, a very exciting plan to leverage Gen AI to make sure that both the quality of insights and the virality of insights that we offer is massively expanded.
And I think innovation at ThoughtSpot really seems to be exploding right now. We only barely scratched the surface. And I think we could have easily spoke for another hour on so many of the product updates and your vision of the future for ThoughtSpot and how these worlds are colliding. But there's also a real pressure on everyone that's listening around the world today to be in a state of continuous state of learning almost. So I've got to ask, where or how do you self-educate? Because you seem to have mastered it. So I'm curious what you do to stay ahead of these trends and innovate so successfully.
Neil, that's a question close to my heart. I think if there is one thing I really value is for myself, and one that excites me most is self-learning, improving, and just being on this constant learning, and actually not just learning, but the rate of learning needs to be accelerated, needs to be fast. And I do that where I think every interaction, every meeting, if you can be on the listening side or on the side of asking questions, even if the questions could be simple, could be almost, just curious, stupid questions. There is nothing like stupid questions. I think that is a great way to be learning all the time. Like imagine every meeting and you are listening or asking questions. So that is one way I do it. Of course, there's a lot of reading, technology reading. I mean, AI is moving so fast that every day I feel behind, but no substitute but to just read, ask questions, read, ask questions. So that's how I do it, Neil. And it's just exciting.
Yeah, 100% with you there. Great advice. And as I said, we've covered a lot in a short amount of time. So anyone that wanting to dig a little bit deeper on some of those product updates and some of the news and some of the innovations that are coming out of ThoughtSpot, where's the best place to start to find out more information, contact your team, find out more information, etc.? Where would you point to everyone listening?
Yeah, Neil. First of all, thank you for having me here. And as you said, we only scratched the surface. There is so much we could talk about more. If this conversation really got you excited, folks, I would really encourage you to try ThoughtSpot Sage, our natural language experience for asking questions of data. And you can start your 30-day free trial at thoughtspot.com/trial. And of course, it'll be great if you could follow ThoughtSpot on LinkedIn and Twitter, and that's at ThoughtSpot. And again, Neil, thank you so much for having me here today.
No, a huge thank you for you taking the time to come here and sit down and share your insights. It's so valuable to people listening all over the world. And ThoughtSpot initially appeared on my radar when you acquired Mode Analytics. I think it's for $200 million. And that mission to empower data teams to redefine business intelligence with trusted Gen AI, which is something that maybe we should explore again in the future together. I'd love to find out more about how Mode and ThoughtSpot complements each other, especially for data teams, how they can use flexible, efficient, code-first approach. So much to talk about there. I think we have spilled over slightly, so it'd be great to get you back on to talk about that. But more than anything, just thank you for sharing your story today.
Absolutely, Neil. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So a huge thank you to Sumeet for shedding light on their ambitious new product capabilities, platform updates, and yes, the pivotal role of generative AI. It's not going anywhere. It's got to be continuing to reshape business intelligence. And the fact that we're only 4 months away from 2024 is quite a mouth-watering prospect, isn't it? And I think it's incredibly exciting to see the sheer power of AI, especially when it's harnessed to turn data into insights and then insights into action, all within a seamlessly integrated, user-friendly interface. And again, that sounds great, doesn't it? But it's a powerful statement there. Turning data insights and insights into action with a user-friendly interface. To get all those three things correct is much more challenging than they make it appear. But it is clear that ThoughtSpot is very serious about spearheading this data revolution, one that aims to bring data analytics and AI closer to users, be it through their new search experience or the integration with the familiar productivity tools and office suites, or the mobile analytics experience. So it's certainly left me intrigued and equally enlightened about the future of AI and data analytics. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I don't work in this space anymore. I'd love to hear your experiences, your insights, what you see happening, what you see evolving, and what you predict could happen in 2024. As I said, it's only 4 months away. So please email me now, techblogwriter@outlook.com, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram @Neil C. Hughes. Nice and easy to find. Let me know what your thoughts are. But as we reach the end of the podcast, it's time for me to implore you to stay tech curious, stay inspired, and I'll see you tomorrow in another episode. But thank you for listening, and until next time, don't be a stranger.